Hey guys, this is the second part of my series on shells. Last time I introduced you guys to Z Shell and we installed Oh My Z Shell, which is a set of scripts and customization to make your environment slicker and cooler. The second part of my series, I'm gonna switch away from Oh My Z Shell and introduce you to something a little bit more modular that's called Antigen. It still uses Oh My Z Shell scripts and teams and all that, but it lets you have a little bit more control over what you want in your shell, and I think overall it's a lot slicker. Again, if you want to follow the detailed instructions, you can find them here. For now, you guys are gonna just watch me in my shell as I'm doing this. So the first thing you need to do is, again, same thing like last time, we need to grab the code. So I'm gonna clone a project called Antigen, as you can see above. It's pulling all that code, and I should have a new directory called Antigen. So if I go into this directory, I have, again, a bunch of different files and all that jazz. Now, in order to use Antigen, I need to, I need to delete the previous .z shell. So the last time we set up Oh My ZSH IRC to use Oh My Z shell. Since we're going to be doing something completely different, I'm going to remove the file and create a new one, and I'm gonna paste this in. So let's see. This is the first line, tells me the location of the repo that I just cloned. You're just pointing it to antigen.z shell. All of this is from their instructions on the main page. The second line tells it to use the Oh My Z Shell library as well. And let's see, the bundles is the coolest part. So all the various plugins, you can kind of pick and choose here which ones to use and which one not to use. Command Not Found is, I think, one of the coolest one. Git is auto-completion for Git. I'm gonna add the Maven one. ZSH Agent, Heroku, I don't use. Pip, kind of useful. Syntax highlighting, also very cool. And this little tidbit is my own changes. So I have my own little files, .zshell files that I occasionally drop in. So anything under my home folder / .zsh local will be sourced. So I can add my own aliases and stuff like that. And I'll show you an example in a little bit. So, and then the last one just says apply my changes. Oh yeah, and it loads the Rob Russell team, which will look exactly like Oh My Z Shell. So now if we load all the files again, now it's going to go in and clone any dependencies. In this case, I believe it's getting the Oh My Z Shell installation. It gets the ZSH agent, all that stuff, and oh yeah, and then it errors out because I haven't created this folder yet. So I'm going to make that folder and go into Z Shell local, and then create something called aliases.zshell. I'm going to create an alias where whenever I type the key C, I want it to clear the screen. Whenever I type, I don't know, LA equals ls-LA. This probably already exists, but whatever. Anyways, so if I source my files again, and now if I just type C, it will clear the screen. ls works, LA works, etc. Now if I go into Git repository, so let's go into Antigen, we have the git master all this stuff, and if I do git tab, it should work a little bit better. Commit, oh, doesn't know. Git log, origin, GH pages, and it shows me the logs. Anyways, it's mainly auto completion. You also probably haven't noticed, but when I source the file, well, actually didn't do it, but it should, if you have it installed, it should start SSH agent as well, which will remember all your, if you have any keys set up or password for your SSH keys, it'll load all that information in and prompt you for it if you don't. Let's see, what else? Let's play with Teams for a second. I'm gonna edit my file again, and oh, there you go. And if you look here, this is actually my favorite team, which is called Muse. Well, my current favorite. So instead of looking like this, if I load it, resource my .dat file, it should change my prompt. And if I edit, oh yes, you can also, well, let's look at my .dat file again. So the other team I wanted to try out was Awesome Panda. If you just want to directly try it out, you can type Antigen team and the name of it, hit enter, and it looks exactly the same, which is not the right behavior. All right, let's go into Antigen, repos. All right. Let's pick one of these teams. All right, so one of these should work. Let's do Godzilla. Okay, we seem to be experiencing technical difficulties here. Sammy. All right, screw it. Let's do Sammy. New tab. All right, well, I guess that's Sammy, but it looks like crap. How about Josh? Is Josh cooler? Josh. All right, cool. We got lightning bolt. Well, anyways. That's Antigen. The last thing I wanted to show you, which is the main reason why I started doing these videos, I discovered tmuxinator, or mux for short, and tmux, which is similar to Screen. It lets you do some really interesting things with your work environment, especially if you're heavy on the command line. I'll show you guys how what I use it for next video. But it's really slick, and it's really improved my productivity. But anyways, that's it for today. So have a good night, and let me know if you guys like these. I know it's a really kind of obscure topic. Is command line, Z shell, dot files is not that exciting, but I really like it and dig it. So let me know what you guys think.